You're watching Masters in Trading Live with Jonathan Rose.
Hey everybody, Jonathan Rose, how you doing? Welcome to Masters in Trading Live. Two important topics today. We're going to talk about GameStop and we're going to talk about earnings. Those are our two main topics today. We've been talking about GameStop the last 2 weeks. GameStop explodes higher, comes back. We're going to talk about it. I want you to understand that trade completely. So guys, my name is Jonathan Rose. I've been trading my entire career, about 27 years. Out in Chicago, I've worked at some of the biggest exchanges, the Chicago Board of Trade, the Options Exchange, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, and now I get on every day the market's open, share my thoughts on the market. Once in a while, we'll go over like a situation like this game. We talk about earnings trades all the time. Then at the end of this video, I get off. Everybody who's paid and are all access members, I share our exact trades or we talk about our portfolio. That's how it works. Super excited. We're going to be talking about two topics today. First, game. Second, earnings. I'm going to go right over to the screen share and let's have some fun. I got the chat open. Love everybody gets here early, says good morning, says how you doing? Buying the, okay, we got game. Lots of good morning, lots of good morning. Let's discuss. Okay. Take a step back. GameStop. GameStop came out with this on March 27th. March 27th. This was the big news. GameStop announces a private offering of 1.3 billion of convertible notes. This is the entire trade. What I've come to realize is that many retail traders are looking for trades. They're looking to follow momentum, but they're not taking the time to read the story. Why does this story matter so much? Well, if I was going to simplify what Game's doing, Game is raising $1.3 billion. They did that on March 27th. And these convertible senior notes, they give no return. There's no yield. They return 0%. Does anybody want to loan gain money for 5 years at 0%? Well, at $32.50, your bonds turn into stock. So this was the trade. This was the offering, guys. It wasn't that we momentum or triple bottoms or Gann or Fibonacci or anything silly like that. This was the trade. So in our Discord community, guys, my interpretation, it's a play on Bitcoin. GameStop raised 1.3 billion literally to get long at 32.60. Okay? To sum it up, guys, this was a very, very bullish bond offering in Game that took place last week. Then I said, let me find it because I wanted to share the exact situation with the Discord room. Because when you get into a trade, in order to have confidence to stay in that trade, you need to understand the why behind the trade. It's not enough just to get long. You want to know why the F are you long? Because things are not going to go up forever. And when it comes back and goes against you, you need to be confident. So this was the exact trade. We shared the trade back where the circle is. Chaz was able to get in at $1.09. He got out at $5.75. But the biggest winner of them all was Brian. Hopefully it's probably a little too small, but Brian, you can pause this if you watch it back. Brian was able to make 500%, 600%, 800%, all the way up to 1,500%, getting long the 30 strike calls in Game. Why did we get long the 30 strike calls in Game? Because I unpacked this and I explained this for our Discord community. And after that, it gave folks the confidence that, hey, maybe we can risk a little bit to go for a big gain. And that's exactly what we're able to do with GameStop. So congrats to all of those who hit the trade. The big takeaway that I have from you is there are so many services out there on the internet. I want you to understand why. This was not getting lucky. This was because of a bond offering that we made a play. Now, why are we pulling back? Well, what is the strike price of the bond offering? That's a question. Test. What is the strike price for the bond offering? $32.50, right? So, if you own 1 million shares of Game at $32.50 and Game trades up to 36, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're long from 32.50. The stock's trading 36. What are you going to do? Lock in some profits. Why the heck not? You've been in this trade for only a few weeks. That's what's going on, guys. That's probably what's going on. I would have to assume all holders of this game is looking at the options and looking at the options really far away and saying, you know what? We're long stock from 32.50. I can sell upside calls, until I turn blue in the face. Look at this. The 100 strike. I can get $2 on these options for anybody long stock from 32.50. Who's long stock from 32.50? They just raised $1.3 billion. The whole world is long stock from 32.50. So Game, it ain't running until 500 like it did last time. The Game trade is kind of almost done. We got in at 25. It got up to 35. We're going to mess around on this 32.50 level. But be smart, guys. We know what's happening. We know they're long from 32.50. It's not going to run to 500. There are too many people that are long. If anything, it's time for these people to come and sell. That's why for a Game, I think we get out of our position, we lock in profits, celebrate with a glockenspiel, and we move on to the next trades. The next trades that I'm going to share are earnings trades. Sound good? Team all on the same page? Hey, Bill, how's it going, bud? That's the Game trade. Again, hopefully you guys can see lots of advantages being in the Discord community as we discuss these trades together. Let's talk about earnings. When we trade earnings, earnings comes around 4 times a year. In the last 10 years, Apple has released earnings 40 times. In the next 10 years, Apple is going to release 40 more earnings, right? 4 earnings every single year. So if they do it for 10 years, that's 40 earnings releases. Don't you think that over time, Apple's been releasing earnings since the early 80s, right? Don't you think over time the analysts get a pretty good idea of what Apple's going to release? Like, not really much surprises, right? They know exactly the language. They know the ranges that things can move around. So Apple is one of the stocks that people really understand. Google, they understand. Amazon, Tesla, they understand. We do things a little bit different. We want to find earnings that are off the beaten path. And we've been sharing an earnings strategy that I was lucky enough to learn back in 2011 on the floor of the Chicago Board Options Exchange. Once I learned this earnings approach, first I realized everything I was doing before was silly. Like, I don't realize how I was trading before once I learned this new approach. That's usually what people say. Why don't everybody trade like this? Well, on Monday we were closed, so I put together a video. And in that video, I just wanted to share a transparent overview of exactly how we've been doing in earnings. I just shared it in the chat. But in there, so far, since we started Earnings Advantage last year, we have 37 verified trades. We have 26 winners. 30.52% average per trade return. Nice. 32-day average hold. So these trades, and these are documented, verified, These are all the trades that we've closed in our earnings advantage. 30% average return over 32 days. Something really cool is now that the trade is really picking up and volatility is really picking up, this trade is performing extremely well. But I wanted to show you my YouTube channel. So this is my YouTube channel. I know it's small, but why I'm showing you this is 9 years ago, Penn, why are you doing that? 9 years, 8 years ago, 8 years ago, 7 years ago, 7 years ago, 7 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. All of these trades, all of these videos, they're all talking about the earnings approach. It is the exact same earnings approach that I've been doing since 2011, and we've been putting out videos since 2015. Our May results, and these are all of the trades that we've closed in May. May results, here are the entry dates, and here are the exit dates. 79%, 17%, 67, 19, 18, and 72%. This is by far our most consistent strategy. It's also our highest performing strategy. If you're interested in joining, if you're interested in learning more, this page is a full document, and it'll walk you through exactly how our earnings trade works. So it's masterthetrading.com/earnings advantage deal. After so many people have asked, we moved from an annual membership that this offers a monthly membership for people to try. So masterthetrading.com/earnings advantage deal. Eddie, thank you for sharing. Eddie says, for all the potential new members, I would get the all access and not piece every channel. I'm an OG member with JR. If you get all access, you get 6 different channels. So that's what we got for you. What I'm going to do at this next portion of the video, I have 2 new earnings trades that I'm going to share. We have a whole bunch of folks who joined the monthly membership into Earnings Advantage. Join masterthetrading.com/earnings advantage deal. Today in our Discord, we have 2 fresh trades coming your way. Both of these trades expire in June, expiration the 3rd Friday of June. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate everybody hanging out with me. Thanks for watching. For everybody part of our Earnings Advantage program and all access, you guys don't go anywhere. I'm going to go over those 2 trades right now.